All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today is November the 2nd. It's a Saturday, and it's the last day of Dia De Los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead. And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to come on today and do a little reading for everybody. To give you guys a little bit of information about things that are going on right now, we are in Mercury retrograde. Mercury is the ruling planet for Gemini, so it has to do with communication, right? When Mercury actually happens to be in retrograde, for some of you that may not understand this or don't know this, it basically looks like to astrologers like Mercury looks like it's going backwards, maybe like backwards around the sun. However, of course, Mercury doesn't go that way. All the planets rotate in the exact same pattern, exact same, direction. However, that's what it seems to be, right? And that usually tends to cause a lot of different issues and a lot of different problems for a lot of people during this time. Sometimes people, tend not to be able to communicate really well. They start to stutter. They mispronounce words. They can't talk right. Um, it is not a very good time, to start a new friendship or relationship, believe it or not, because communication happens to be down at that particular moment. It's also not a good time, to like sign contracts or, do new things when it comes to a new job, possibly. It may not be the best time to go into surgery. However, if it's a surgery that's going to like, save your life, make sure you do it. It's also maybe not the best time to go out traveling, You might want to check your car a couple of different times because tends to happen that technology happens to get a little out of whack, basically, is the best way I can say it. So you may actually see your cell phones not working very good. You may be like, Snapchatting your friends or, texting them and they tell you, I never received your text. I never received your Snapchat. Well, that tends to be because of the Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde actually started on the 31st. It's going to end November 20th. It happens to be during Scorpio time. And interesting enough, we also had that new moon of Scorpio on the 28th. So if you happen to have Scorpio in your chart or happen to actually be a Scorpio, this may actually be a really, really strong Mercury retrograde for you. Scorpio is a water sign, so that has to deal with our emotions, our feelings, basically. And on top of that, Scorpio, it happens to be ruled in the house of the eighth house, which has to do with sex, death, and taxes. Now, I can't tell you guys all about the different houses and every single one that I'm telling you guys, it'd be a very, very, very long conversation. In fact, if you guys really want to know, if you want to go into like more about astrology and everything like that, the book of houses in your astrological chart and where you live is about like this bit thick. Like seriously, you know. So I mean, there's just way too much information I can tell you. So I can tell you is that Scorpio is ruled by the eighth house, I believe, which is sex, dex, and taxes. So that could be, really significant for some people. Yes, you could maybe, get a little bit jiggy with it right now or something like that. The emotions may be high. But it may not also, like I said, it may not be very good to start that type of relationship unless you're already in one. If you're already in a friendship, whatever. But understand there could be some arguments, some fighting going on because of the Mercury retrograde. The other thing is, yeah, they will tell you not to do taxes. Well, this is not tax season yet, so you don't have to worry about it. And death, well, this doesn't have to be like the death, like you're dying or something's gonna die. No, no, don't think like that. Or it's more like probably like that renewal, rebirth is like we see in the death card. So understand there could be some, changes going on there. I'm gonna tell you guys a quick little thing that I had going on that I thought was really interesting. Like I was telling you, it is the Day of the Dead. This is our last day of it. And for those of you who are not of like Hispanic culture like me, to let you know what that actually is, a lot of people tend to think of it as just like, Mexican Halloween. Well, yeah, people are gonna dress up. They're gonna have their sugar skulls and there's gonna be like cookies and candy being out and kids running around, everything like that. But it's a very, very big celebration in Mexico, and the idea behind it is to honor our ancestors or honor maybe people that have passed away, loved ones. And I've always been someone that believes that our loved ones don't completely, leave us. They don't, you know, completely go away. As long as you got them on your mind and in your heart, they're always with you, you know? And that's like I think maybe the way of them staying with us. If you are religious and you believe in God or whatever religion you have. And there might be different, you know, ideas and belief. Christianity, we think there's an afterlife, there's heaven, there's a hell, whatever, you know. But I think that's like maybe like our way of like God like allowing us to keep our loved ones close, even if they pass away, they leave this earth, whatever. They're still there. That God doesn't take away those memories. He doesn't take away those emotions you still have here in your heart. So in a way, they stay with you, right? So I'm gonna tell you a quick little story. It was Halloween night. I went to bed, was sleeping, and I actually woke up at 222. So I woke up on November 1st at 222. That happens to be a very significant number because that is a mirror number, 222. And that can also mean that the spirits are letting me know that I am on a twin flame journey. I mean, there's probably somebody around. If I haven't met them yet, or if I have met them, more than likely there's somebody like, around that could be maybe thinking about me. They could have been dreaming about me at the time, worried about me, whatever it may be, that made me wake up at that time. The other interesting thing that happened is here we're talking about the Day of the Dead. And yes, it usually talks about humans, but the thing that I thought was really interesting was, my dog had passed away like a long time ago. And my dog, Sarah, was like, loved by everybody. She was a Sheltie or a Shetland sheepdog. And like I said, everybody loved my dog. My mom actually used to be extremely terrified of dogs, you guys. Like, she would not want a stray dog coming up to her whatsoever. She would actually push me in front of a stray dog. So I guess it was okay if I got bit, but as long as it wasn't my mom, I guess I was fine or whatever. But my mom absolutely did not like animals. And it was hard growing up trying to get me to have like pets, or I mean, sorry, trying to convince her to allow me to have a pet. Is what I meant to say. And especially having a dog. But the interesting thing is, you know, I had a dream about my dog. And my dog's birthday actually happens to be November 1st. She was born in 1994, and I forget when we passed her down. I think we had to put her down when she was about like maybe 13 years old, something like that. So kind of old for a dog, right? But she had developed cancer, and she wasn't eating anymore and everything like that. So it was really sad. So we had to put her down. But it was interesting that I had a dream that night, and I actually had a reading, or I mean, I did a reading myself. Like I think like the day before, I actually did or no, it was actually on Halloween, you guys. I actually did a reading on Halloween night, and one of my oracle cards said midnight. It actually had the picture of midnight. I think it was like the Halloween oracle or something like that I was using, and it said midnight. Now, interesting enough, midnight's supposed to be like a very significant time. A lot of people, think of it as like witches come out or ghosts come out, spirits come out, like the party on midnight. But the interesting thing is, I didn't actually have a dream on midnight, but I did have a significant dream, right? And I also woke up at 222. So I thought that was really interesting that the spirits were probably giving me some type of sign that something was significant was going to happen and pay attention to it. So I had, that I had waking up at 222, and then I also had the dream about my dog, and it happened to be her birthday. So you guys, so that was just a little story I want to tell you guys. I might not be the only one. You might actually be having some dreams out there yourself, you guys. And this is the reason, there's a lot of energy going on right now. We have, like I said, Mercury retrograde in the full season of Scorpio. And I don't know if I said it already, but I'm going to tell you. So Mercury retrograde, what happened on Halloween, the 31st, and it's going to go to November 20th. And then I think November 20th, I think it goes direct. And then I think it starts at shadow time or whatever, I think in December 6th, something like that. But we'll talk more about astrology later, you guys, in the channel in a different reading. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead. I'm going to use our Dia De Los Muertos deck. This is also known as the Santa Muerte deck. So I thought it'd be appropriate to use it. So we'll go ahead and see what's going on for everybody. This is going to be a general reading, you guys. So this is all signs. I'm going to try it again to tell everybody all the different signs here, what's going on for everybody, what the spirits are telling me. All right, spirits. So let's see what's going on this Day of the Dead for everybody out there. Let's see what's going on. Oh, there we go. Very first card. Even before I started shuffling, spirits. Okay. All right. So we have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, Earth energy. So this is Virgo, Capricorn, um, and Taurus. So Earth energy, King of Pentacles, talks about holding on to values. The King of Pentacles is like, what some people like to tend to think of as like maybe a really good father. Somebody knows how to like, you know, show show family values, could be really good with money financially, knows how to like, I guess you could say like maybe be really good at investing, knows how to like, play the stock market. Someone that's really good, all around when it comes to, money. It could also, like I said, be something that is just really strict on values, something that is, like I said, a really good family member because of the fact that, they hold things so tightly. So this could be somebody that is actually looking for somebody like that. You may actually be looking for somebody that may, be really stable. You may be looking for somebody that, could support you. Doesn't necessarily have to be a male. It could also be a female. But you're maybe some of you out there looking for that King of Pentacles like person. All right, spirits, let's get some more here. What we got going on. All right. All right. More pentacles. All right. So we got this is the Three of Pentacles. So again, Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The Three of Pentacles talks actually about, wanting to work together, wanting to work together with somebody. It could be business related. Doesn't necessarily have to be. It could just be like teamwork. But this is interesting because this Three of Pentacles looks very much to me like the Seven of Pentacles, which we call like the harvest card. Like reaping what you sow. Because look, he's like he's planting something, right? He's putting the water, wanting to grow for something else. But she also knows that this is only one person. So this can actually be like you, working on something for yourself, possibly. Doesn't necessarily have to mean working with somebody. But I'm just letting you guys know that the traditional Three of Pentacles is that working together type of card. But since it's just one person here, this could be talking about something that maybe you're doing for yourself that you find value in it, and that you're putting in that work and you're wanting it to grow. Very interesting. Very interesting that that one, like I said, looks so much like the Seven of Pentacles to me, but it's different. So if that, resonates with some of you, like I said, you could be, like I said, we're trying to work with somebody, or you could be working on by yourself. Or like I said, you could be like that Seven of Pentacles type of energy, though, like reaping what you sow. You're putting this something down. You're waiting for it to grow. You're waiting to plant it. You have it all planned out, and now you're waiting for those benefits from it, from that hard work that you're putting into it. All right, let's get another one here. Boom. All right, the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. All right. So this talks about possibly a new beginning. This usually talks about possibly could start of a new relationship that could be very passionate, very sexual. Very interesting, right? Because I think I don't know if I mentioned the Scorpio again, but just in case I didn't, I'm gonna say it again. Scorpio happens to be in the ruler of that 8th house, sex, sex, and taxes. So this could be somebody may be getting a little bit passionate here, a little bit of energy. The Ace of Wands can also represent, believe it or not, pregnancy. It represents somebody maybe getting pregnant, or the possibility of somebody getting pregnant. because of that fire, passion, and energy there. You just want to have like that night where you just get jiggy with it. And like I said, it could result in a child, possibly, for some of you. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but that is fire energy. And in case I don't think I said the sign. So this is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, fire sign. So that may resonate with you. You could be starting a relationship with somebody like that. You could be starting a relationship with a Leo or Sag or Aries. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but this is the energy that I'm drawn to right now. Oop, looks like this one wanted to come out. All right. Interesting. So we have the Devil card. This happens to represent Capricorn. And the Devil talks about old things coming back, old addictions that don't serve a purpose anymore, that we're holding on to, that we actually probably need to let go. It could also mean that we may be in love with somebody that may have some addictive type of problems. They may, drink too much. They could actually be maybe smoking marijuana too much, Could be doing other drugs that maybe be illegal, that don't serve a purpose for them. But it doesn't also have to be. And it can also actually be too lust. So maybe a little bit of like, holding on, with some sexual energy that's chaining you down. Maybe you might be in a sexual relationship, but it's not going there. They may be using you for just the sex. They don't really care about you. That could happen. So that's what that devil energy talks about, right? It talks about, like, again, like I said, the addictions, but also something that ties us down and changes us up. Or I'm sorry, not change. I meant to say change. Change us down, right? And we need to break those chains and go. But like I said, you could also be dealing with a Capricorn, that may be resonant for somebody, may not be, but it's just the energy that I'm drawn to, you guys. So again, if it resonates with you, go ahead and run with it. If it doesn't, just ignore it. All right, let's see what else we got here, spirits. What else do we got going on? Ooh, the Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Interesting. This is water energy. This is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Sorry, I had to think about the last one, you guys. So again, water energy, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. The Four of Cups talks about, it's that card where we have an offering being offered to us that we're not paying attention to. We're not realizing it. A lot of times we're ignoring it. We're ignoring the things that are around us. So for some of you, you could be in that type of mode. You're maybe depressed or upset about something and you're not realizing what you already have. Maybe you're just down and out and somebody is trying to offer you something, and usually it's supposed to be like a divine offering. So it could be the spirits got your back. The universe has your back, and they're trying to put that Ace of Cups in your hand. And the Ace of Cups, is that new beginning, that new start. It could be romantic, right? Passionate energy, water energy, emotion. And the thing is, well, interesting that we ignore it, because maybe we are a little bit brokenhearted, or we're a little bit down, and we're just not noticing. And even if you look at the card, it looks like this person's just sitting down, right, and just looking down at the ground, not noticing anything around them, just whatever happens. But there could be something being offered to you guys. And the interesting thing is, look what we have in the bottom of the card. The spirits wanted me to mention this. Look, we have the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups happens to have that Ace of Cups in their hand, right? Bringing you an offering. And again, this is, like I said, water energy. And we are in a water sign mode right now. We are in that sign of Scorpio. So again, there could be an offering being given up to somebody that you're not paying attention to. And it could be start of a new relationship. Yeah, like I said, during Mercury retrograde, it may not be the best time to start a new relationship. But hey, sometimes the Mercury retrograde doesn't always affect everybody. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's just the energy that's out there. And energy can, manifest itself or be in different directions. It can pull us in different directions. It can, you know, mix things up, may not mix things up. It's just whatever. It just flows, It goes and does whatever it wants to do. All right. Let's get a couple more here for everybody out there to see what we got. Oop. All right, so we got 3 here, so we'll pull them, we'll take them. We'll go with the first one here. Oh, all right, here we go. This could be that offering now I'm talking about here. Here's the Lover's card. This is Gemini's card. Interesting. So this can talk about, yes, possibly coming to a reunion with somebody, possibly, being lovers, being lovey-dovey. However, the interesting thing too is, even if you look at this card here, you see that key and they're holding the lock. The woman's actually holding more of the lock, and the man's actually looking up at the key, like the key to the woman, maybe the key to the woman's heart, or this key, the key to love, right? And the interesting thing about the lovers that a lot of people don't realize, they always just take it for the very first word, lovers, right? But lovers also talks about, making a choice. It also talks about finding that missing piece of you. So think about it. You may be coming in contact with somebody that you feel like is the missing link, and maybe they may have that key to your heart. Maybe you're locking up your heart right now. Maybe you've been hurt. Maybe you've been treated bad by some people. Maybe you could be a woman that's been treated bad by a lot of men. You could be a man that's been treated by a lot of women. Maybe you could be, same sex. Maybe you're a guy that's been treated by a lot of guys. A woman that's been treated bad by a lot of women. Whatever is. Love is for everybody. But, maybe for some of you, you're finding that person that holds that key. They do complete you. We got the Wheel of Fortune. All right. So this talks about old cycles being ended. It could also represent, cycles, turning, things moving for everybody. The Wheel of Fortune talks also about luck is on your side. So this could be a significant time for somebody where you may feel some luck. Who knows? Maybe you may want to, take a chance on the lottery. But also the other interesting thing too is the Wheel of Fortune can also sometimes represent things from the past coming back again, because wheels spin, right? So, that could be something that may resonate with somebody. Maybe this missing piece of you could be a lover that's from the past, coming in here again. And we have the 7 of Cups. All right, some more water energy. Again, the water signs: Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And the really interesting thing about this one is, he's grabbing one of the cups. He's already got a cup in his hand. The interesting thing usually about the 7 of Cups, this is usually our what I like to call the many options card. There's all these different cups here, all those different choices that you can make. And you're trying to think of which one's the best one, right? What's the best option for me to take? It can also represent, maybe not also worrying about all the options that you got. It might be an actual good thing that you have options and new directions. Maybe, maybe you're maybe you could have been in a bad relationship and now you have choices. You can choose to stay in this relationship. You choose to be in that. You can choose to be by yourself. You could choose just to surround yourself with the friends that you already have. Whatever benefits you. That's what that Cup's energy is it has to deal with your emotions, whatever you're feeling, whatever you got going on here in your heart, go in that direction. All right, so let's try to see if I can get 2 more, and then we'll pull some oracle cards, maybe pull a couple clarify. See, I'm telling you, it's Mercury retrograde. I cannot talk right. Clarifying cards. There you go. and we'll see like what's going on for everybody. All right. So let's see here. Let's get a couple more here. All right. We got the King of Swords. All right. King of Swords. Air energy. Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. That could mean something to somebody, may not be. Interesting thing is, King of Swords, well, a lot of people look at the King of Swords as being something that's like very stubborn, very like, set in their old ways, It could be really old school if you want to call it that. Um, they may be a little bit hard to talk to. They may be a little bit, like I said, really hard and stubborn. But they may actually be that way for a reason. You could be actually attracted to somebody that's like that. You may be attracted to somebody that may be a little hard headed. Maybe you may know somebody that is that way. That may have that type of like authoritarian type of act. I think too. I'm getting a sense maybe from the spirits that the King of Swords maybe can also represent possibly somebody that could be like I said, like in a authoritative type of thing. They could be like a principal. They could maybe be in the military. Could be a police officer. Something that's important. Where they may actually have to be that. They may have to be a little bit tough and a little bit strong-willed. So if that resonates for some of you out there, like I said, go with it. If it doesn't, free to kick it out the door. All right, let's get one more here, and then we'll do a little bit of clarification cards, or we'll just basically see what the divine masculine and divine feminine are, doing right now, what they got on their mind here. Just something like that. We'll play with the other deck. Boom. All right, the last one that we have. 5 of Cups. All right. The 5 of Cups is water energy again. So water sign. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. The 5 of Cups, though, usually is that crying over spilled milk type of card. You could be complaining or worried about something that happened, but there's really no reason to be that way. A lot of times too, could be playing a victim. Woe is me. Look at me. My life sucks. Whatever. But in reality, things happen. Life happens. Shit happens, if you want to call it that. But this is part of life, and sometimes we just need to get back on our feet. And not worry about it. Look, we had the Knight of Cups, we have, the 4 of Cups, we have offerings, that we have the Lovers coming in there, So I feel like there could be something new for somebody coming out. So don't let things in the past let you down. Yes, sir, you're gonna still maybe be heartbroken, you may be hurt, but I do really believe, you guys, there's gonna be something new coming around for everybody. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be very important here. All right. So let's see what we're going to do here next. I think we're just going to go ahead and see what the divine masculine is thinking about. We'll see what the divine feminine is thinking about. I'm going to use my Radiant Wise Tarot. I like this. Really like this one. This is the traditional pictures of the Rider Waite Tarot. So we're going to go old school here. We're going to go traditional. But I really like this one. I love the colors. I love it. I love the fact that it's a regular tarot deck. And we're just going to see what the divine masculine's got going on, or what the divine feminine's got going on. right. So let's see what's on their mind right now. Let's like what's on their mindset for the divine masculine. Oh, there we go. There we go. First card. You see how it flipped out? All right. Look what we have. Very interesting here. We have the Four of Wands. This is our 1111 card, our twin flame card. This is also talks about marriage. So they could have marriage on their mind right now. Maybe they may be already married with somebody, or they want to marry their divine feminine. They want that strong relationship. They want that bond. This is also fire energy. Just to let you know, Wands. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. But the Four of Wands is what's on their mind right now. So, like I said, they may actually want to marry somebody. They want that reunion. They want to come to close to somebody. It could also, like I said, you could be on a twin flame journey for some of you out there. Excuse me, you guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, we have that Four of Wands. Very strong card to start off. So let's see what's in their heart, what's on their love space there, that heart space. What's being activated in their heart right now. I mean, I don't know what more that can be going on if they've already started off with the Four of Wands, but we'll see. All right. All right, let's see what they say. See what we get. Boom. All right, the Hanged Man. Interesting. Very interesting. The Hanged Man means that they're looking at something maybe possibly from a different perspective, but it can also mean that, they're stuck. They could be like stuck in this mode, or like hanging upside down. They're stuck. They don't know what direction to go. They don't know what to do. Maybe they could be a little bit nervous and scared. There may be a little bit of anxiety there. They might be a little bit nervous trying to make a move on their divine feminine, and they're just feeling, like, where do I go? But like I said, the other thing about the Hangman is, like I said, it's talking about looking from a different perspective. So maybe they're looking at you in a different light. Maybe they're trying to finally notice that fine feminine, notice that she's got it going on. Now I say she, but it can also be, it could also be a male. There's really no, like gender when it comes to tarot. So yes, you can still be a same sex relationship. But I'm just saying, like I'm just using the word feminine as she, but it can be whatever resonates with you. So if it's if you feel like you're a man that has divine feminine energy, hey, go with it. Don't let me like using like the pronouns he and she, like change anything here for you guys. But I'm saying, this could be like, hey, they're looking at you in a different light, looking at somebody in a different light, or like I said, they're stuck. They don't know what to move. There's a little bit of anxiety, a little bit scared, a little bit nervous making that move. They do want to marry you. Looks like here they do want to make a move, but they're a little bit nervous. Like, what do they do? How they go about maybe asking you or something like that. And let's see let's see what their overall feeling for the divine feminine is. The overall feeling. That overall feeling. See, overall feeling, spirits. The divine masculine. What's the overall feeling they got going on? Boom. All right. Interesting. So we have the Five of Cups again come out. And this is, like I said, they may be playing victim. You know, they may be like, oh, woe was me, look at me. They may be trying to seek attention, but seek attention because they feel like bad. But, they just want people to feel sorry for them. Is that like I said, crying over spilled milk, basically. That's the Five of Cups. So the divine masculine could be in this like point right now, like, oh, woe is me. My divine feminine's not going to come to me. I don't know what move to make. I don't know what to do. But yeah, I want to marry them. But I don't know. I'm looking at them in a different light. Yeah, they're pretty, they're beautiful, whatever. This person's amazing. But I don't know. They could be that anxiety had over that cloak over them. They're just like, oh, do I make a move? Do I not? It may not work. Maybe they might have some doubt. You know, it's going over them. They're a little bit nervous and scared, anxiety, like I said. But I think overall, then that divine masculine really does want to make a move. They're just nervous. They're scared. They're in that like I said, the hangman. They're just stuck, not knowing what to do. But they want that marriage. They want that union. They want to come there. And oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting a lot of hiccups. Hiccups. So I feel like the spirits are saying I'm right on. So yeah, they are telling you right now. They really do want to be in a marriage. All right. So let's peek and see what the divine feminine is thinking about the divine masculine. Let's do that. Let's do that. See what's going on, you guys. See what the divine feminine think about the divine masculine. Then we'll do a couple oracle cards here, you guys, and we'll close out this reading for this last day. Well, technically, it's already now November 3rd. So I kind of did this a little bit late, you guys, but I still wanted to do it for the Day of the Dead. Because I feel like it's a really important day. But we'll go ahead and see what this divine feminine, what's on their mind right now. What's on their mind? What's in their headspace? What they're thinking about. Boom. Oh, the world. Interesting. This is a major arcana, so this is very strong energy. And it's the world. So they may think their divine masculine is their whole entire world. The world talks about the end of a cycle and start of something brand new. You're walking through that gate, you know, and you got all the confidence in the world. You're just going there. And yes, she's holding two wands in her hand, or maybe two sticks, if you want to call it that. So again, it could be some passionate energy. And yes, the woman happens to be naked. So nakedness in the tarot usually means having like strong confidence in yourself, right? You're just overly confident, just putting it out there, whatever. So you're just going out there and you have all this confidence. The world talks also about fulfillment, feeling like everything that you need, all your desires are, being granted to you. So yeah, they can be looking at their divine masculine and thinking that, oh yeah, I have the entire world. All right, so let's see what's in their heart space, what's on their mind about love for the divine feminine. Get that divine feminine energy here and see what's going on. All right, let's see. I'm curious to see. Ooh, okay. So we have the Seven of Swords, air energy. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Seven of Swords, though, That's usually a lot of people like to call that traditional thief in the night type of card, but it also can be talking about knowing what to take with you and what to leave behind. You know, so they may be in a point too in their life where they may be giving up somebody. They may be like leaving that person behind and moving forward with something else. They're taking whatever they know they need to take with them, and putting the past behind them is what I'm sensing. They're probably moving forward with something. They could have been in a karmic relationship. They could have been in a relationship that doesn't serve a purpose anymore, and they're leaving that behind. And now they're moving forward to something better, and like I said, they're taking all of their stuff back. They're taking their love back, if you want to call it that. You know, Sword can also talk about communication. So they could also maybe, leaving that one person or maybe whatever didn't serve a purpose no more and moving forward with something. And they may have some new communication. They may have something to say. They may be trying to get back in reunion with their, divine masculine, something better, something new. But let's see what the overall thought is about their divine masculine. All right, let's see what we got. Last card. Let's see what we got, spirits. All right, last card. Ooh, the Five of Swords. Huh, very interesting. We got swords. So, like I said, you could be dealing with an air sign. You know, the Five Feminine could be dealing with an air sign. So again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. Doesn't resonate with you. Like I said, throw it out the door. But the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. So this is like that traditional. There's always winners and there's always losers. You know. So again, you could have like maybe like cut somebody out of your life, possibly. Could have been a win for you. Maybe it could have been a loss. You know, you could have been a little bit of a showboat. You may have been like showing off a little bit. The divine feminine can have been showing off a little bit. Maybe being unfair to these other people. That's what it usually talks about too in the card. They usually tend to say that this person here, yeah, they took the weapons, they stole the weapons from the other people, they're rubbing it in your face, and like, ha 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 ha, I got all the swords now, you don't, you got nothing. So they could be something like that. The divine feminine can be something like that. It may be a little bit showboaty, showing off. But it talks about winning and losing something, So maybe you could be in a period right now where you feel like you're winning, or you could be in a period where you're losing it all, Or like I said, you could be cutting something out, getting rid of that, getting rid of something, moving forward to something different. But maybe you did it in a very like, maybe not in the best way possibly. You could have been like a little bit deceitful in the way you did it, Maybe you could have like, threw somebody out where you were like, maybe lying to them or something like that. But I do feel like, where we've seen like the divine masculine definitely seems like they want to make a move. I feel like with the divine feminine, they do see that there's a world with their divine masculine. They see something better, right? We got that world card, they're leaving something behind, and then we have the winners or losers type of card. So I feel like for both of them, there can be a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of scaredness here, a little bit of anxiety, but yet they both definitely see, the other in a very, very high light. All right, you guys. So that was that. Let's go ahead and do some oracle cards here, and we'll close out this reading. So, like I said, since we have a lot of like energy going on, astrological, let's see what we got going on for our moonology cards. All right, here, spirits, what we got going on? Let's see what we got going down. Oh, all right. Oh, we got 3. Okay. Your hard work is paying off. Your hard work's paying off. So remember when we had that, the 3 of Pentacles? And I said, that's normally wanting to work together with somebody, but that one person was by themselves right in there. Looks like they were actually planning. And I said, this looks more like the Seven of Pentacles, though. You're planning something, you're reaping what you sow. But look what the spirits are saying. That work that you're doing by yourself, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off. All right, so we have new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. Bring love into the situation. We had some love cards, right? We had that Four of Cups, the offering. Remember, and then the spirits were telling me to flip the card over. We had the Knight of Cups, so that offering again of that Ace of Cups being right there for you. Emotion, So there could be, like I said, maybe bringing some love for you. And we have the waxing moon. So the energy is gaining momentum. Something may be moving quickly for somebody. Something may be moving fast. Something's moving quickly. I feel like for some of you out there. See if we can get a couple more from the spirits. See if we can get a couple more spirits. All right. Maybe we just want to take those three. All right, so I'm just. Oh no, we got two more. All right. Well, no, that's a little bit. That's a little bit too many spirits. That was like 5. A little bit too much. All right. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just pick 2 here, you guys. I'll pick up on the top and the bottom. Let's see what we get. Boom. Take time to breathe out. All right. Well, that might be a perfect time for you to do that during Mercury retrograde. It may be a time like just to relax and wait for things to kind of calm down here. For some people, just taking some rest, maybe going out in nature. If you want, meditate might be a good thing. Meditate. I'm getting that from the spirits. Meditate. Chillax somewhere. Maybe just take a warm bath and just breathe in, breathe out. Maybe doing some deep breathing. And let's see what we got on the bottom. All right. Virgo. So this is the full moon in Virgo. You could be dealing with a Virgo, possibly. You are good enough. You know what I sense from that? Maybe all that anxiety, like I was saying, that maybe the divine masculine's having, the divine feminine could be having too. Or maybe just an anxiety that others may be having, experiencing. You may feel like you're not good enough for somebody. I feel like maybe possibly, maybe somebody been violated, they've been hurt before, by male, female, whatever it may be. You've been hurt and you're losing that faith again. And you may think that you don't deserve a great guy, you don't deserve a great girl. I've seen so many people think that whenever they're going through something hard. I don't know why we let that happen. I don't know why, we think, that we only deserve, terrible boyfriends, terrible girlfriends. No, you deserve the best. And yeah, maybe multiple people, maybe more than one person has hurt you bad. But in my honest belief, this is what I believe, you guys, is that don't let that person win. Don't let people win. Don't let them have that power over to you where you start dating terrible guys and terrible girls that you may not even know anything about. And and you try to tell everybody and try to convince everybody that they're the best for you, but you get treated again. And you stay with that person for whatever reason because you think you deserve better. You think yourself as trash. Think of it like I always say in this before. I think I may have said this before. Would you want your best friend to date your boyfriend or girlfriend, or would you want the best for them? And if you would want the best for them, then why wouldn't you want the best for yourself? So definitely think that you are good enough. You are beautiful. You are great. So don't let things get in your way. Don't worry whether or not they're older than you. Don't worry about if they come from a different background than you. Or maybe you might have a little bit more money than they do, whatever it may be. Color of the skin may be different, whatever. Know that you guys maybe could take a chance. Take a chance. Let's see what happens. The worst thing, it doesn't work out. But guess what? You're still beautiful. You can still go and find somebody else, or if you want to stay by yourself, if you feel better that way. But know that you are good enough for love, you guys. And go out there. All right. So let's get a couple of our shadows of light. Shadows and Light Tarot. Tarot, I'm sorry. Shadows and Light Oracle. So we'll shuffle these up a little bit and we'll see what we get from the spirits. All right. So let's see what we get here. All right. So I'll shuffle them up a little bit, you guys. I'm going to take, again, from the top and the bottom. So let's see what we get. Boom. First one. Death in the mating. Invasion. Boundaries violated and dominance. This one I feel very, very sad. This one is a very, very sad card for me. This could be talk about somebody that was violated. Yes, I hate to say it, possibly raped, probably sexually assaulted, hurt in that sense. Doesn't necessarily have to be. It could have been simply to, somebody just tried to like be very controlling. You could have came out of a controlling relationship, could have had a controlling boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. You may have been in a same sex relationship and you had somebody that was controlling over you. Always telling you what to do, what not to do, who you could talk to, who you couldn't talk to, how you're supposed to dress, and everything like that. Yes, I've had a lot of friends that had boyfriends like that. Oh, no, you can't dress this way because you show cleavage, or you can't talk to this guy, you can't know. Somebody may have had this happen to them. you know so this is a very, very sad card. That may be why, like I said, it's very interesting. You seen what the spirits gave me, right? I was talking about that story to you guys about, people may have been violated and hurt by people. You're not good enough and you feel like that, and look what we get. I love it when the spirits do things like this, you guys, because this tells you that what I'm channeling is truthful, and I'm hoping that you guys get the message. So you may have been somebody that may have been a victim, may have been hurt. But what I sense from that too is, again, don't let somebody have that control over you. I know it was bad. I will never know what it's like because I've never been sexually assaulted or hurt in that sense. I have been treated bad by a lot of people, and I actually am, been hurt by a lot. I've actually been treated very badly because of being a light-skinned Hispanic. I can tell you a bunch of stories that would take way too much time on this channel, you guys, but I'm sensing somebody may have been hurt. I know I actually have a lot of friends that have. So this is resonating really, really strong with me. I've had a lot of my girlfriends been treated really bad by people, and I've always wanted them to date me. I've always wanted them, to see that there are great men out there, but they always push me away, and they go right back to somebody that treats them like crap. And then I get in big fights with them. They stop talking to me, and they start thinking I'm like a jerk or an ass. They go tell their mom I'm a jerk and an ass. And in reality, it's because I don't want to see them go through that. I don't want to see them be hurt, and they're just choosing random dudes that, they don't even really know anything about. They never even met them, and it's hard. It's very, very sad. But I'm sensing you guys, don't let it beat you up though. Know that you deserve love. You are good enough. And like I said, if you would want your best friend to have a great guy or great girl, whatever, you should accept the exact same thing for yourself. An angel of time, working too hard. Wow, I never heard of that before. Working too hard. Angel of time. Interesting. So you know what I'm getting from that? Maybe somebody may be, into their work way too much. Maybe they're not enjoying some things of life. It's very good to want to, to work hard, and to accomplish things, and maybe, get promoted or whatever you want to do in your life. But we all need a break. We all need some time, for ourselves, and take some time. And I'm getting the sense that's what that means. When you're working too hard, maybe go out there and take a vacation. Yep, I'm getting the hiccups from the spirits again. Go out there, go out there and have, some fun. You know, take some time for yourself. Yeah, I'm using the word angel of time, right? In time. So take some time for yourself. take a time out. That's oh, there you go. Take a time out. Take a break. Do like what we had in the immunology cart. Take some time to breathe out. Like I said, maybe go to a hot spring. Maybe go to a spa. Maybe pamper yourself. Go somewhere in that sense. Maybe take a cruise somewhere. But take some time to take care of yourself. All right, so let's see. Universe has our back. Let's get a card from this. And then we'll close it out, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. I really did. And I knew that I was drawn for this to do this reading for you guys today for a reason. The last day of the dead. Yes, I already know it is November 3rd, you guys. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be a little bit late posting this up, but this reading was meant for the last day of the dead day. So but I've been kind of busy. I've been doing a lot of different things, so you guys just have to forgive me for that. But let's see what the universe has our back. All right, what did we get? What did we get here, you guys? Boom. Take it. All right. So when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. This is very interesting. Because I'm going to take this card here too. This one I said that makes me really sad. But think about it. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I always be guided back to the light. So yes, you may have had some bad relationships. You may have had somebody that violated you, took your innocence, hurt you. Doesn't necessarily have to be, like I said, that worst scenario. Could just also be something that was very controlling, something that treated you really wrong. And you may have that anxiety again that you may be treated like that again. You may have a great guy right now that does everything for you. It's a perfect gentleman, but you're so afraid of that because they remind you something. Maybe you've been treated bad by older men and he's an older man. Maybe it's an older female and you've been treated by an older female, and maybe it's a younger male that, whatever it may be. But when you know that you have the universe on your side, and even though you're going through a hard period of time, heartbreak, feeling violated, feeling hurt, feeling deceitful, you have people that treat you bad like that. But know that the universe has your back, and they have, your guardian angels around you, whatever you want to call them. They have your back. They're going to push you right back to your light. You're going to shine brighter this time around, and you're going to be stronger. And I hope that nobody ever feels like, that you're not good enough and feels like you need to leave this world because what happened. And I'm saying this because, we actually just came back, I think, from Suicide Awareness Month. I think that was in September. But, now it's October, and I know, past October. I'm sorry, it's actually November. Sorry. Mercury retrograde again, you guys. But the way I'm saying this because I know sometimes when people get violated, that's what they do. They feel so down and they feel like, I need to leave this world. And I hope nobody feels like that. I've had some of my friends, I had some of my female friends tell me things like that. I'm not going to put personal things out here, though, until who those people were. But I had friends that tell me that, like they don't want to live no more because of what happened to them. But, again, no, you're going to be guided to the God. You're going to find that person that treats you good. Whether there's a guy, girl, whatever, I don't judge anybody. You're going to find that person and they're going to treat you good this time around. They're going to love you and they're going to treat you right. They really are, and take that chance. Don't let them pass. Don't, just friend zone them and just keep them there. Grab them up. Do it before somebody else does. Because I can tell you may regret it, you may not. And even if you do try it and it doesn't work out, well, whatever, but at least you tried. And understand when you have that guidance on your back and you have somebody that can, take care of you and look out for you, what do you have to lose? But I do sense you guys, somebody out there, feels really down right now, could be hurt really bad and is very scared about, putting themselves out there again. But I'd say take the chance. Take the chance. And unfortunately, love is pretty much a gamble. You don't always know if it's going to work out, but I'm sensing it probably is going to work out for somebody. You just have to, believe. All right, you guys. This was a great reading. I hope you guys got something out of it. Enjoy the rest of your day, you guys, and I will catch you again on the next reading. Bye bye.